Iran qualified from the AFC third round unbeaten, topping a group including South Korea and Syria. Sardar Azmoun, the Rubin Kazan striker, scored 11 goals in AFC qualifying. This will be Iran's 5th World Cup appearance, following their debut in 1978 and their first back-to-back. Former Real Madrid and Portugal manager Carlos Queiroz saw his side only score 1 goal at the 2014 World Cup, netted by Reza Kuchanajad against Bosnia and Herzegovina. But this version of the team does have more attacking potential, even with Azmoun out of favour at Rubin. Queiroz has created an organised, defensively effective team that play a 4-3-3 with a midfielder who sits deep in front of the back four. The team takes up a 4-1-4-1 pose in the mid-block and try to win the ball aggressively. The wider central midfielders tend to stay quite narrow to congest the midfield area while the fullbacks push up. Iran prefer to go long with vertical passing into the corners for the wingers. They also have one outstanding player, Alireza Jahanbakhsh, a 2-footed winger who plays across the front line. Iran will look to release him one-on-one with the opposition fullback before he crosses towards Azmoun or Mehdi Taremi. If Iran attack on the right, the left-hand central midfielder will push up to create a 4-2-4 shape that's slightly lopsided. Jahanbakhsh is the one to watch, while the relatively inexperienced but talented centre-back or defensive midfielder Rouzbeh Cheshmi can impress if given a chance. Iran's World Cup is likely to be short-lived though, and they'll struggle to emerge from a seriously tough group. Morocco will be appearing at their 5th tournament, and their first since 1998 when they went out in the group stage despite only losing to Brazil. To get to Russia 2018, Morocco topped a very difficult group without conceding, seeing off the Ivory Coast and Gabon. Khalid Boutal netted 4 in the group stages, including a hat-trick at home to Gabon. The Lions of the Atlas are managed by Hervé Renard, who is the only manager to win the Africa Cup of Nations with 2 different nations, Zambia and the Ivory Coast. The side are captained by Juventus centre-back Mehdi Benatia and play a 4-3-3 with one of the central midfielders pushing up to support attacks from the hole. Feyenoord's Karim El Ahmadi is a good defensive midfielder, while Al Jazeera's Mbak Boussoufa pulls the strings with long passing. Romain Saiss, who plays as a defensive midfielder for Wolves, has been used at centre-back, showing Renard's desire to pass long and accurately from the back. Out wide, Ajax's Hakim Ziyech is the key creative player, while Nordin Amrabat has quality and Yunus Belhanda can play wide or push up from midfield. Morocco will defend well, then look to break at pace. While Ziyech and Benatia are the standout players in a cosmopolitan squad, watch out for Armin Harit. The Schalke midfielder represented France at youth level and is a tricky, creative attacking midfielder who could make a real impression this summer. Morocco will look to secure their 3rd ever World Cup win against Iran and could spring a surprise, despite being in a group with Portugal and Spain. Portugal breezed through UEFA qualification, losing only their first away game against Switzerland. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 2 hat-tricks on his way to 15 goals, while AC Milan's André Silva bagged 9. Under Fernando Santos, the European champions have become granite-like, only losing once in 29 competitive games. Rui Patricio is a very capable keeper who excels at penalties, while the 2 first-choice centre-backs, Jose Font and Pepe, while at 34 and 35 respectively, are very experienced. Portugal play a lopsided 4-4-2. The left midfielder, either João Mario or Manuel Fernandes, tucks in and is a frequent outball for the centre-backs in possession. The right midfielder, Bernardo Silva or Ricardo Quaresma, pushes up more, while the fullbacks look to get in high and overlap on the left or support on the right. Ronaldo drops deep to collect the ball, while simultaneously trying to be the front man. This may be why, while Portugal sometimes play an attacking midfielder off Ronaldo in the 10 role, such as Sporting's Bruno Fernandes, they will likely use André Silva to play up alongside Ronaldo and act as a focal point. Portugal will press aggressively and attack from wide, with the aim being crosses to Silva or any kind of ball to Ronaldo. While Portugal could be seen as a one-man team, Bernardo Silva possesses huge talent, while new Leicester right-back Ricardo Pereira can impress if picked ahead of Cedric. The European champions should progress from this group, but they could be on the end of an upset if Ronaldo has an off day and the centre-backs show their age. Julen Lopetegui steered his Spain side through qualifying without a hitch, which is hardly a surprise given that Spain have qualified for every major tournament since Euro 96 without defeat. Spain had 4 players score 5 in qualification, including Alvaro Morata, who didn't even make the cut. Many of the golden generation who won back-to-back European Championships and the World Cup in 2010 are still present. Andres Iniesta, Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué and Sergio Busquets started in 2010 and will likely start in Russia. Spain's possession-based 4-3-3 with a screening midfielder, 2 advanced playmakers in 8 to 10 roles either side and creative attacking wide players who tuck in and drop off is familiar, and the issue with Spain is less understanding what they do and more trying to stop it. Spain do have some selection issues though. Should Iniesta start ahead of Koke or Isco, or will Isco play in one of the forward flanking roles, meaning that Spain will not be able to play with any natural wingers? Width will largely come from fullbacks though, with Jordi Alba especially keen to get forwards. Diego Costa is an abrasive presence up front, while Iago Aspas offers more guile as a sort of false 9. Spain are strong throughout. De Gea is perhaps the world's best goalkeeper on current form, while defenders as good as Cesar Azpilicueta are even unlikely to start. The squad is full of trickery and invention, as shown in the friendly 6-1 drubbing of Argentina. Should Spain struggle, it will be because they cannot break down sides who sit very deep and allow them possession. But passage from the group should be assured, and Spain are certainly among the best 3 UEFA teams in Russia and the best 5 overall.